So today I wanted to talk about whether or not you are actually enjoying life or simply enduring life. What really got me thinking about this topic was last year when it snowed a lot more than it normally does in my city. So I had a really grumpy attitude towards the snow. I remember just sitting on this very couch, rolled up in a fuzzy blanket, and just kind of like a burrito, just like wishing for the snow to go away already. Yeah, I just really wanted the snow to disappear as soon as possible so I could go throughout my everyday life like normal. What really caused me to challenge my way of seeing things was when I started scrolling through social media and noticing that so many other people were treating the snow in a completely different way than I was. They were making snow angels, they were making snowmen, they were throwing the snow in the air like some magical dust. Other people were out there enjoying the snow and celebrating it and viewing it as some kind of miracle and living with some kind of childlike awe and wonder that I was completely missing because I was in here bracing myself from the worst, even if there was no proof that the worst was going to happen. It wasn't even close to a blizzard. All of this was extremely eye-opening in making me realize that beyond this particular example, I just had this larger overarching tendency to approach life with a very defensive orientation, where I'm always bracing myself for the worst as the police car is outside my window. Whenever something was going well, I could never just relax into it and enjoy it because I was paranoid that it was going too well and that it was only a matter of time before the other shoe dropped and everything became a disaster of some sort. I was just so certain that there needed to be something wrong happening at the other side of this, that I couldn't just enjoy whatever the heck was right in front of me at that moment. One day, I went to my friend's place and I realized that he had a vision board. And on that vision board, he put a few words of how he wanted to feel just generally throughout his life. He put the words enjoy, he put the words fun, happy, cheerful. It was a very lighthearted way of going about life. And I was completely shocked because I realized at that moment that despite all of those words being very positive words, I would have never even thought of putting them on my own vision board if I had one. I had spent all my energy into cultivating characteristics like perseverance or endurance, enduring despite times of suffering, that I completely dismissed the value of fun or excitement or joy or lightness in my life at all, because I viewed them as very trivial. I viewed them as inconsequential. I viewed them as not to be taken seriously. And I even felt guilty. If I'm being honest with you, I even felt guilty for indulging in fun and play, because I didn't feel like those were the paths to a meaningful life. I truly felt like unless a task required some kind of discipline, unless it required sacrifice, unless it required undergoing some kind of hardship or pain to get to a higher goal, then it wasn't worth doing at all. Perseverance and endurance are very great things to have in life. They're amazing characteristics, and I don't even have to tell you why. But the funny thing is that words like endurance or perseverance, they by definition require some sort of hardship somewhere along the line. Like, you can't endure something if there's nothing to endure. You can't persevere through something if there's nothing to persevere through. And so when you're focused so much on just enduring life, it's like emphasizing all the hardship and the pain and the suffering. And this is not to say that life is devoid of that, because obviously no matter who you are, everyone endures some kind of pain or hardship in their life of some form. Everyone does. But the truth is that there's also quite often a lot of other amazing things happening in our lives right now, simultaneously mixed in with all the suffering and the pain that we forget to embrace, we forget to be grateful for, we forget to maximize and to enjoy and to celebrate and to relish and to relax in, you know? Sometimes we are so caught up in being in constant survival mode, even if we are no longer in a place where there's any physical or psychological threat, even if we were actually safe in many ways, we still hold on to a habit of living on the defense all the time, bracing ourselves for the worst, that we forget to just relax into the now, into the moment. And obviously, that can be very detrimental to our ability to just enjoy life, because life ultimately isn't only something to endure, but also something to enjoy. So, to wrap this up, what I want to say is that, as usual, life is about balance. And so, if you look at your life and you realize that you are actually just constantly living life with gritted teeth and just powering through and enduring it and living in a very hyper vigilant way when you don't have to, when there isn't an actual threat to your survival, then you might want to consider scaling that back and valuing fun and enjoyment and excitement and play and lightness a lot more than you might have initially done before. But of course, the reverse is also true. If you're constantly only living for pleasure and enjoyment all the time, and you find yourself extremely reluctant to exercise discipline or to persevere despite hardship, then you might want to go and balance it the other way and cultivate characteristics like perseverance and endurance a lot more in your life. And so, yes, I think that's probably going to be the moral of the story for most of my videos. The fact that life is ultimately about balance, and that you should just remember that life doesn't only have to be endured, but also enjoyed. So that's it for this video. If you found value in this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you think really needs to hear these words. And please do let me know in the comments below what your journey has been like in terms of striking the balance between enjoying versus enduring life. So yeah, until then, I will see you next time.